Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to do the data section of your Piktochart in this tutorial. So here's what I have so far: title, description of the issue, picture, a few graphics. I had some room at the bottom, so I created my data section. For your data section, you can call it "Did you know?", "What are the facts?", "Why should we care?", or something like that. For each piece of data, I have a box with the text box over top of it. The data that you use should come from that 3 pieces of data assignment that you did on Tuesday. If your teacher made any comments on your assignment, make sure you read those comments and adjust accordingly. Okay, so just a heads up that my 3 pieces of data are made up, just so that way people couldn't go in and copy my data. So if you are doing pollution in the Ganges River, don't copy my data because it's made up. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how to add a graphic and a few different types of graphs for your data. Fact number 1, I have 20% of the Ganges River is made up of raw sewage. I want to go ahead and add a chart for that one. So go over to the left side of your screen, click Tools. At the top, click Charts. For percentages, it works really well to use the pie chart or gauge chart. Once you choose your chart, you're going to have to erase the data that's automatically loaded in there. For a percentage chart, like the pie chart or the gauge chart, you're going to go ahead and type in your information. So 20% of my river was made up of raw sewage. So I'm going to go ahead and type in raw sewage. In column A. In column B, I'm going to put the number, 20%. Notice that it comes up with this air chart or air icon. Fill in at least 2 rows of data to represent them with a gauge chart. Okay, so I have 20% of the river is raw sewage. That means 80% is non-sewage. It might be other pollution or it might just be plain old water. Okay, so if you're not good at math, what I did is I just took 100%, which would be all of the river, minus 20%, that's the part that's raw sewage, and I was left with 80%. That's whatever's left over. All right, if you need help with your math, if you are struggling with creating this chart, let me know. No judgments. I'm also not very good at math, so if you ask me, I'm not going to be making fun of you in my head. I'm going to totally understand because math is hard. Okay, I want to change the color of this chart because I feel like these 2 colors are really similar and they don't stick out very well. To do that, go ahead and click this gear icon and click on one of those boxes. The raw sewage number, I'm going to make that brown because that seems fitting. This other color, I'm going to go ahead and change it to this color of blue. Once you've chosen your colors and you've inserted your data, go ahead and click Insert Chart. To resize the chart, it's the same thing as everything else. Click and hold that corner, drag it to where you want to go. All right, for this one, a chart doesn't really make sense, so I'm going to go ahead and add a graphic. People are traveling to visit the river each year, so I'm going to go ahead and put a picture of a suitcase. That one's a briefcase. Let's see, this one looks more like a suitcase. I'll go ahead and put that one in there. Okay, this one right here, my fact is in 2012, factories dumped 10,000 pounds of pollutants in the river. In 2014, that increased to 12,000 pounds. So this one, I'm going to add a graph by clicking Tools, Charts. And this one, because it's showing an increase, it makes sense to do a bar graph. So you can do a vertical graph, a triangle bar, or a horizontal bar. You could also do a line chart if you want to. I'm going to go ahead and do a vertical bar graph. You have to name your X and Y axis for the information that's being shown. So this one, I'm going to go ahead and type year because that's what's going to be shown right down here at the bottom. And the bar right here, the blue bars right here, is going to represent pounds of pollution. Again, if you need help setting this up, just let me know. No judgments because this is social studies, not math. Don't expect you guys to be masters at setting this stuff up. Okay, delete all the data. And my data said that in 2012, there were 10,000 pounds of pollution. And then it said in 2014, that increased to 12,000 pounds of pollution. All right, and if you want to change the color of your bar graph, click the gear icon on the right, click this little square right here. Once you've chosen the color, click Insert Chart. To resize, just click on the corner, drag it to the size you want it, click and drag it to the area where you want it on your infographic, and that's it.